Like, whoa, dude, Doctor Strange, bro. We gotta, see these worlds being, twisted, man.
You wanna get high?
Best stoner movie ever. Okay, so we got our first look at another obscure Marvel character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is Doctor Strange, that is set for release in the beginning of November, still proving that Marvel likes to put out their big movies first and then their risk-taking obscure characters last. 2014 first released The Winter Soldier and then Guardians of the Galaxy, 2015 released Avengers Age of Ultron and then Ant-Man 2 months later, and now in 2016 we get Captain America Civil War, and at the end of the year we get Doctor Strange. Marvel is continuing their trend of taking a character that not too many people are familiar with and potentially making them into one of the most popular characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The perfect character and movie for stoners out there. Marvel is on the path for being cool with all types of demographics. Now, interesting enough, more like a fun little Easter egg, is that this isn't the first time that we hear the name Stephen Strange in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it was actually first mentioned in Captain America the Winter Soldier, where Steve Rogers and Natasha Romanoff are interrogating that one Hydra agent, where he mentions Hydra taking out the few people that they believed was a threat to their plan, Bruce Banner, which is the Incredible Hulk, and then Stephen Strange, where we first get a look at into this trailer. Which also makes me wonder, okay, so did Hydra rising up and spreading their actions across the world, did it actually reach to Stephen Strange, maybe a possibility of causing his car accident? From what I understand from this character, considering I'm not too familiar with the Doctor Strange comics, and sorry to the comic book fans that I'm not, Stephen Strange is an egotistical surgeon that is extremely gifted at what he does, just like Tony Stark. But due to that car accident destroying his hands, he searches the world for a way to repair them until coming across the Ancient One played by Tilda Swinton in the movie. From there, he learns both mystical and martial arts and adopting the famous alias, the Sorcerer Supreme. Now, I've said this a while back once, and I'll say this again. I truly believe that Doctor Strange will in fact be Marvel's visual masterpiece. As I have mentioned how they're taking risks by stretching the universe and exploring it a bit more, Marvel Studios is attempting something the comic book world hasn't seen before. And yes, you can argue it takes many inspirations from different movies such as The Matrix, in which Doctor Strange and the Ancient One have their free your mind conversations, which is a strong parallel to Morpheus and Neo in the original, and of course the most famous one spreading across the internet, and I absolutely agree with this one, is the inspiration it's taken from Inception, a Christopher Nolan film starring Leonardo DiCaprio that also deals with the bending of worlds. Now, I don't believe they're exact replicas of these films, it's just enough for Marvel to take these ideas and apply it to a character to create something new in their universe. Cause let's be real here, when you see scenes like these where worlds are bending on screen, there is no denial that this shit looks so cool and visually stunning. Which is kind of the same way the original comics were, which has this sort of psychedelic vibe, truly being strange, where in this teaser trailer we get the same exact thing. I believe this is Marvel's opportunity to use the visuals for storytelling and not use it for flash, as there is a purpose for all the visual galore. And me being a fan of comic book movies, it gets me giddy inside that even from a teaser trailer, Marvel knows exactly what they're doing. So far, I'm really liking the character of Stephen Strange portrayed by Benedict Cumberbatch, and like I said before, an arrogant man who will soon be turned into a wise man, almost like a story of redemption and second chances in a way, just like Tony Stark and Scott Lang in Ant-Man. A new world introduced to them in many possible lights and using their newly found powers for the sake of good. I'm liking Chiwetel Ejiofor's character, where him making the monologue about him not believing in chakras or the power of the leaf. Really interested to see what that's about. The Ancient One played by Tilda Swinton, which interesting enough, this character was originally a man and I guess Marvel wanted to change that into a woman. I don't mind the change because again, I don't know the comics too well, and as long as she's good in the movie, then I'm all on board. And we get a couple glimpses of Mads Mikkelsen as the villain. In my opinion, is one of the most underrated actors working today. Have you seen the makeup on that man? Oh my god, it's incredible and very disturbing. Considering this is a teaser trailer, there's not too much breakdown since Marvel wants us to get our first look at this new universe they're crafting, and from what I'm getting, this may be Marvel's visual masterpiece, and I can't wait for this to arrive in theaters soon. Now, I'm sure you guys seen the trailer to Doctor Strange, and I want to know what you think of Marvel expanding their universe. Whatever it is, leave it down below, and as always, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all that social media shit down below. Keep in contact with me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and as always, may the Force be with you.